Hair in a ponytail all day long. Hello, 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 everybody. Whoa, everybody just. I don't even know if I can technically call a first on that one. I mean, everybody. I guess Alexander was technically first. Hello, hello, hello. Notification. Notificias. Huzzah and hello. Bienvenue. Bienvenue. And what do it do? Damn, Mr. Naughty Priest, you are first super chat. Thank you, my friend. First and best. First and best. No one will beat you, my friend. Ever. What are we doing tonight? We're just hanging out. I'm feeling a little poopy. Just a little. Not like sick, but a little under the weather, like achy-ish. You know what I mean? I didn't know TJ was streaming. I was not aware that TJ was having himself a stream. The 5G, yeah, probably so. I would guess so if I had to take a stab at it. Get it? Take a stab at it? Stream J is Tejan? Yeah, we should stream together. You guys go over there and tell him. Go over there and tell him to call me on Discord. Streaming make you feel better? Sometimes, sometimes I guess. A little secret. DFF collarbones has already been made. It's in the pipeline. You'll see it soon. Already been filmed and sent to the editors. And tell TJ to like relay a message to me or some shit. I'll go jump on Discord with him. I'll do a little stream with him. I don't give a fuck. Think I give a fuck? Think I give a fuck? You're gonna want to watch it. Trust me. Even if you're grossed out by collarbones, you're gonna want to watch it. It's worth every fucking second, my friend. Every second. It was everything I wanted it to be and oh so much more. One of my favorite shows in a while. Why collarbones? Because TJ has a collarbone phobia and he's been torturing me for months with these episodes about shit that grosses me out and these fucking quiz show episodes and shit. And so I finally got fed up. And I was like, TJ, I threatened him with it a bunch of times. I was like, you keep fucking with me, I'm gonna make collarbones. I'm gonna make the video. And he just kept fucking. You are competing with Master TJ. I didn't know TJ was streaming. TJ says I am way cooler than him. That's probably true. I mean, if you look at the cool charts or whatever, like, I think I'm cooler than TJ is. That doesn't mean better. That just means cooler. You know what I mean? Like, I know more cool guy stuff than TJ does, you know? When are we going to get the Black Cauldron episode? If he keeps fucking with me, I'm going to do a whole Black Cauldron episode hosted by Gurgi. Hosted by Gurgi. Yeah, TJ. TJ said he wanted to write a rap under the pseudonym Bo Disregard. And, whatever. He wants to go head up. Paul, there's already another F with you in our folder. I believe it. He wants to escalate this war. I'll take it all the way. I'll take it all the way. He thought Collarbones Part 1 was bad. I'll do Collarbones Part 2. I'll do fucking The Black Cauldron. Narrated by Gurgi. Hosted by Gurgi. And I'll make it a long one, too. 2.5 hours worth of Black Cauldron and Gurgi. My voice is going to suffer for that, but you know what? It's worth. By the end of that, TJ will crash another car. "12-hour Black Cauldron episodes." Yep. I may call upon you, Peyton, to help me with that one. I may call upon you indeed. Gurgi. Paul, I'd be interested to hear how you would run Amazon if you were in charge. I would run it into the fucking ground if I was in charge of it. No joke. And not even really as a revolutionary action. Like, just because I'm too stupid to run a big company like that. But it would be for the betterment of the planet. I'd spend all them Bezos bucks. Break it into smaller local companies. I just want to break it, man. I don't want any vestiges of it left. They say they put me in charge. I'm running that motherfucker insolvent. I'll do giveaways to all the employees and shit. I'll do fucking big, giant, fucking massive giveaways to like community organizations and underdeveloped communities and places that need fucking green spaces and all that shit. And I'll drip that fucking place completely dry until it's no longer worth a goddamn fucking penny. And then refuse to sell it so that nobody else could like rejuvenate it and bring it back. Like, just absolutely refuse to fucking turn it over and just bust the company up and sit on the fucking copyright forever. Or sit on the fucking trademark forever. Or you could just turn it into a non-profit and improve working conditions. Nah. I think I'll improve working conditions by destroying Amazon. Break it up. Yeah, I'll break it up. Just not in the way you're thinking. Not into chunks. Break it right into the fucking ground. Burn it to the fucking ground. Aye. That's what my ancestors did. If they had a problem with the Lord, they'd go to his castle and burn it to the fucking ground. Aye? Burn it. Burn it to the fucking ground. Aye? Nah, you know what? Like, fixing it would be better? No. Amazon has to be destroyed. This whole, like, we're going to be the biggest company forever thing, like, we got to put the fear of God in other companies. It's got to go. It's got to go bye-bye. Put me in charge of that motherfucker. It's over. Burn it. Burn it to the fucking ground. Never let any other company rise up to take its place, neither. Burn it. Piss on the ashes. Yeah, you can't negotiate with a company like Amazon, man. If you get control over that company, you just, dude, I'd end homelessness with that Bezos money. I just throw that Bezos money around, shower it on the people that are working there until it fucking no longer is solvent, and then refuse to sell it. Just sit on it. Oh, fuck the cloud service. It's gone. Saying that if Bezos wanted to, he could just end homelessness. He could end a lot of things with the amount of money that he has. With the amount of money Jeff Bezos has, he could refurbish every school in America. I want you to think about that for a second. He could take every school in America that's currently sitting with a bunch of fucking portable buildings and buildings that were built back in the fucking 30s and 40s and shit that are falling apart and built in shitty parts of the fucking neighborhood and old rundown ramshackle fucking places. He could literally make every school in America beautiful, clean, brand new, and high tech for students. And it really, he'd have money, fucking barrels of money left over when he was done with that. Just think about all the things he could do. Yep. Last time I was in my hometown, the little school I went to looks exactly the same. All of the permanent buildings are the buildings that were already there when I was a kid, and it's just like less fucking room for kids to run around because they've just put portables out everywhere. So it's just all the same old fucking buildings that were there before I was born, and then a bunch of crappy rat-infested portables. Half the AC units in my school didn't work in Texas. Sweet. Well, you didn't need them. You're all the way down there in frozen Texas. What's up? What's up? Hello, and how are you? Yeah, I'm about to smoke some weed too. I already did, and I'm about to smoke some more. I'm feeling a little crappy. A little bit under the weather, a little bit achy. I got my 5G install today, so that's probably what it is. My first 5G install. You go Space Cadet, the aches will be gone. You're probably right about that. You are probably correct on that front. Was it Moderna? No, it was Pfizer. Got my first dose of Pfizer this morning. And it feels like somebody slugged me really hard in the arm, my left arm here. It was like somebody gave me one of those like real nasty knuckle punches that gets all in between and like hits the bone. And I feel a little crappy. Not super crappy, but a little crappy. It doesn't bode well for how I'll feel tomorrow. I have a feeling I'm going to feel pretty crappy tomorrow. That's okay though. I can live with it. The funny thing about it is I didn't even feel the shot. Just had your grandma make you food. Well, I don't have any grandmas anymore, Peyton. All my grandmas have gone to walk with the Lord. Yeah. It's all normal shit. You a fan of the Dragon's Lair game? I mean, not a fan, but I played a lot of it as a kid. Yeah, it's just one of those fucking quarter munchers. You have to memorize it, basically. Like, I watched a dude at a bowling alley play all the way through it one time, and it was fucking mesmerizing because he had sat there and plunked enough fucking quarters into it that he just remembered everything that was coming up, every move that you had to make. Have not played Monster Hunter yet. I don't even have a Switch, so really can't do that till I get me a Switch. Why is it mostly white people that don't want the vaccine? I don't know, dog. I don't know if that's true, and if it is, you got me. You got me, dude. What is that? What kind of bird makes that? Is that a heron? I hear it out here. Not all the time, but it's definitely a bird call. It sounds like a water bird to me. That's a peacock. I really don't think it is. That's not an owl. Is it a peacock? We have a fucking peacock that lives around here? Maybe one of my... It's definitely not an owl. We have an owl that roosts. Okay. Oh, dude, I gotta tell you guys. 2 fucking developments for those of you that follow the ambiance of the bunker's open spaces back here. So there's a kitty that hangs around that drinks from the bowl of water that we leave out and keep full for tea. She brought me a frog the other morning that I had to kill. She left it here for us. So she's thanking us for keeping the water out. So today I see that self-same kitty, and Dinor sees her and goes running out to say hi to her. And I look, and I thought at the time, I was like, fuck, man, she's got I looked at her and I was like, whoa, she's got a giant rat in her mouth. Like, she caught a fucking huge rat. So I called Dinor back so he wouldn't mess with her, and she went on about her business. Well, later on, I was sitting out here with D again, and he growled, and I stopped him before he ran out, and I looked, and I saw that cat, and it was not a rat she was carrying. She was a little closer. She's got kittens. She has kittens. She was carrying a little black and white kitty from one part of wherever she's living over here into the corner of my property. There's a pile of, like, whoever owns this has like an old corrugated metal building, and that they never put together. So there's just like this pile of old scrap metal, like way back in the corner, and she's off in there with her kitties. I saw her carrying them, and I was like, oh, fuck, here we go, bro. Here we fucking go. Number 2, I confirmed that the mated pair of red-tailed hawks that we have in the neighborhood roost in these trees right behind me. I actually learned that while I was going to investigate the kitty incident. I didn't go near where she put the baby, but I went kind of over in that area after I thought she had a rat to see if she dropped it when Dinor went after her. She did not, because it was not a rat. And I disturbed, as I was walking underneath one of my big eucalyptus trees here, I disturbed the red-tailed hawks, and they both took off out of their nest. So they've got a fucking nest way up in my eucalyptus trees. So we've got kittens and we've got red tails living together. Yeah, that's not good for the kitties. I don't even want to know, dude. It's the circle of life. I have to tell myself that, dude. Call a service? There's like, you don't call a service. What I would have to do in the fucking county I live in is capture those cats myself, take them down to the fucking place, to like the vet myself, and either surrender them to the local shelter, meaning that they will 99.9% be killed, or pay individually to have each one spayed or neutered. The American dream, dude. Yeah, dude, there's a whole fucking battle that's gonna jump off back here in this backyard. The whole goddamn circle of nature is happening right behind me. Sorry, I'm just getting a drink. I was just telling everybody, like, circle of life shit. Yeah. Our fucking backyard is about to be the wild kingdom this spring and summer. Yeah. There's gonna be baby cats here and giant red-tailed hawks trying to feed their baby red-tailed hawk. Hear him?
Yep.
That is, somebody's saying that's a peacock.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So maybe a neighbor has a peacock.
Yeah.
That would...
They just, I don't know when they exactly came out, but there was a point where peacocks just went.
Yeah, they just moved in.
Weird places.
They just moved into like public places and became like adopted into those places because they're pretty. Like that
but just,
that place that we stopped at going to Santa Cruz.
Yeah. Where was that first peacock though that started this whole thing?
Yeah, who was the first peacock to like just get to roam around with people?
Yeah.
Because he was pretty enough, you know what I mean? These are good questions. I'm thinking that it might be a heron or a crane.
I've seen those.
They fly around here. I've never seen one up close, but I've seen them flying over across the way in the open field and shit. So my brain wants to say that that's like a heron or a crane. But you got me. A peacock. Yeah, I'll look around and see. I mean, we're definitely gonna have to probably deal with it at some point. If that mama cat has kittens, once they start coming out, it's gonna be a fucking whole situation. So once that starts happening, it may behoove us to get them, and if we can, especially get her, and get her spayed and get all of them fixed, and just release them back out here, and they'll go on and be their thing. I mean, that's if they survive, which is,
a up in the air.
Up in the air at this point.
It's
But
just with all these critters here, it's like you gotta bait cat traps and like fucking 20 different things. We'd be catching raccoons and shit.
raccoons,
Rats.
possums, rats, mice. We'd be catching everything.
Yeah. Like,
So.
this is just a bad area to do, like, TNR just because of the diversity of wildlife here.
Yeah. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we can do.
You'd have to, like, put the traps under the light.
Put them out here and just leave this on at night.
To get water. And
Yep.
That way it'd be like, leave the light on so that.
And then no one. See, if we're going to do this, we're going to have to do this at a time where those kittens are still scoopable by us. Yeah. Because once they get yay big, we ain't going to be able to catch them any better than we can catch her. We have to trap every goddamn one of them. Yeah. Hey. So we got to get her first, and then we got to immediately know when we got her, go get them. Yeah. Take them all to the vet, come out of pocket. Mm-hmm. Get them all spayed and neutered. Bring them back out here and release them. Ay, ay, ay. Well, it'll be worth it. If we can do it. We'll see.
Yeah, we'd probably want to wait. That's the first time we've seen the kittens. Wait like 3 weeks at least.
Yeah, I mean, they were little, but they ain't newborn. Yeah. They're not weaned.
They wouldn't be that big if they were newborn, so.
No, they were still little, but they're starting to get of the age where it's like, they're going to be toddling up out of wherever she's putting them. Mm-hmm. And starting to wean because they were about a quarter the size of her. Mm-hmm. Maybe a little less, but.
So yeah, they might be weaning.
Do you run the risk of catching two different animals? No, they tag, they notch ears or RFID tag or chip. Yeah, it depends on the county.
The notching, it's just the easiest thing.
Yep.
It doesn't hurt them none to have a little 1/4 inch of ear cut off.
No more than it hurts them to have fucking their gonads removed, you know what I mean? So, yeah, no. They'll usually do the surgery on them, put them under, and then while they're under, they notch their ears. So if the animal is caught, you see the notch, and you know that like that this animal's already been spayed. You can release. That this is in areas that have massive drives to try and bring the feral population down. Which this area out where we live, I mean, we're close enough to a city that. It's going to be fucking feral-topia out here. That's just the way it is. We've already seen 2 or 3 individual ferals, and then this one mama feral that's been here since the beginning.
Yeah, she's the one that stayed around.
And I don't know how she fucking got past us that she was prego.
Yeah.
But I swear to God, little black and white kitten hanging out of her mouth. Moving it over there into that pile of fucking junk.
I couldn't tell at all. Like, she was just still so little.
Yeah. That's how ferals are, man. She was just, they don't stay pregnant for super long, do they? What's the gestation period on a cat? 3 months, 2 months?
Completely blind or...
Maybe it's not hers. I mean, if it's not hers, she's taking care of somebody else's kittens then. Yeah. Which doesn't make any fucking sense.
Maybe. It's possible.
Not probable.
They do it for like 2 months.
So they just
2 months she's been pregnant, like during mostly the winter.
The winter months, yeah. She got pregnant during the winter,
see her
right?
As much, to be fair, so.
That is true.
She only started coming out recently, so that's probably when she got the kittens, and that's when.
Well, we saw her before.
Yeah, but I think like lately she's been coming out more after they got.
That is true. I see her almost every day now.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Dee sees her almost every day and lets me know she's out there.
Before it was like, once a week or something that she might swing by.
And I wish there was a way for me to tell her, like, there are hawks roosting in the tree,
I think she knows.
Then why did she move them closer?
Found a hole?
They're going to come out of the hole, and that's when the bird is going to descend.
Maybe they don't like cats.
Something tells me they'll eat the fuck out of a kitten. Those hawks are brutal, man. They see some furry little fucking thing running around. Yup. Fly off with it. Maybe it was a strategic move. She was like, baffle your enemy. Instead of retreating, move the front closer. Because there will come a time where she's got an army of kittens that could probably overpower a hawk. And they could climb trees too. Think about this shit. Maybe you're right. Maybe she's like, you know what, my little ninjas? Most mother cats would take you far away from the roost of those who come from above. But I am not most mother cats. I will teach you the way of the hawk killer. These red tails don't know what the fuck is coming. Oh shit, maybe I better warn them. Bakersfield will be the next Silicon Valley. Bakersfield is already used toilet paper valley. So it needs to be a new type of valley. So if it became the new Silicon Valley, man, that would be great for Bakersfield, because Bakersfield is, you know what, dude? I don't mean to poop on people that live in Bakersfield, but Bakersfield is the least favorite large town that I've ever been in my life. Ever. I've never lived there, but just like I went to concerts there when I was a kid. I've driven through there countless fucking times, and I'm telling you, dude, Bakersfield, out of every other city that's comparable in size, because, you know, I've been in some real shit little towns, like one gas station type of one horse shit towns. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, look at the size of Bakersfield. There's probably 500,000 people in Bakersfield or more, 750,000, and it is the shittiest shit that ever got shat. I feel so bad for people who live there.
Gas station, I think it was in Bakersfield. That was the one that like they wouldn't let you into the men's room because it was.
That's right.
Something was wrong.
I don't think it wasn't in Bakersfield, but it was close to Bakersfield.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, bro. What a nightmare. It's failed LA. No, that's Fresno. Fresno is actually known by law enforcement as Little LA because it has literally all of the same problems that LA has on a micro scale. Like all of the same gangs, all of the same social ills, all of the same design flaws, all of the same urban sprawl issues, all of the same water table issues, just smaller. So that's Fresno. Bakersfield doesn't even get to be called the shitty LA. Bakersfield is just Bakersfield. Worst fucking city in America, in my fucking opinion. And that is not talking about the people that have to live there. I feel real bad for people that have to fucking live there. But that place is blighted. Like, I was afraid. Yeah, I've never been to Flint, Michigan. I knew a dude that was born and raised in Flint, Michigan, though, and what he described was... No, actually, he wasn't born in Flint, Michigan. He was born in Saginaw, Michigan, which he described as a fucking hellhole. Yeah, I've never been to Flint. So I was just talking from my experience traveling these wide, great United States. The absolute shittiest fucking town I've ever been through or in for a day or two is Bakersfield, California. Full stop, period. What sounds like a Ligma joke? The heavenly Sacramento Valley. Sacramento's a shithole too. Take that to the bank. Yeah, so does Bakersfield, bro. Like I've driven through Bakersfield way more times than I've ever been to Bakersfield, and I'll tell you, it sucks just as bad driving through Bakersfield as it does stopping in Bakersfield for something, because you're still in Bakersfield.
I had one of those gummies and a beer again. A little spacey.
I don't care. Good for you, baby. Crossfaded is what we call that.
Been working out.
Yeah, you like them gummies. We found ones that don't disagree with you in a dose that you like, so that's good. Help you relax a little. I know it does me. Some towns in Louisiana are like barely even civilized. No, I know, but I'm not talking about like little bayou towns and shit. I'm talking about like big city, like not huge metropolises, but a big city. Bakersfield is a big city. It's got over 500,000 people in it, I'd guess. Just off the top of my head. That's a big city. And for a big city, it sucks. Like, I was afraid when I moved to Texas that I was going to, because like that's what I pictured. I was like, Texas, I'm going to San Antonio. It's probably like Bakersfield. And I was like, fuck. And when I got to San Antonio, I was like, whoa, this is not Bakersfield. Cool. This is actually nice. Dude, San Antonio is legitimately a nice town. Let me put it out there. People poop on Texas a lot. Take the fucking politics and the hillbillies and shit. Set that aside. You get that everywhere anyway. San Antonio, pretty fucking nice place to live. Not gonna lie. I would not like, if somebody told me like, oh, I'm moving to Santa. What is it? Yeah, I know, it's getting closer. It's coming for us. If somebody told me like I'm moving to San Antonio, I would not try and talk them out of that. Yes, every town in Texas is like 100 miles apart. It's huge. And there's still like empty tracts of land for 300-400 miles that have no little town. It's just like Texas is unfathomably huge. The first time you go there, you look at it on the map and you go like, oh yeah, big state. You get to it, you have no fucking clue. You have no clue. When I drove from California to San Antonio, when I hit El Paso, I thought I was fucking home free. It's like, I'm in Texas. Dude, it was another like fucking 12 and a half hours to San Antonio. Ridiculous. Half a day of just on one road in Texas. Mm-mm. 100% a peacock. Cool. So that makes me wonder if it is a wild peacock that just kind of roams wherever he or she pleases, or if one of our neighbors keeps a peacock.
Yeah, that was the question.
I guess we'll see. Yeah. If Peacock comes to visit, we'll know.
That's why the cat's been so confrontational with Dynor lately, too.
Probably so.
Every time.
Oh, yeah, she's defending them babies.
5 times, she's like...
It all makes sense now.
Yep.
I saw that baby and I was like, oh, no. It all made sense. The whole fucking tale. I worked at a call center. Most people I talked to from LA were condescending as fuck. Felt like they identified with living in LA like it was a class statement, whilst complaining about their phone bill. I mean, yeah, people in LA can be kind of douchey. I mean, I wouldn't lump everybody. LA is huge, like unfathomably huge. So you have to understand that, like, there's probably a lot of douchebags, but that's just because there's a lot of people, and there's a lot of douchebags sprinkled in amongst average people. Like, that's why you got so many calls from LA, and so many of your LA calls were douchebags. It's just, It doesn't really, I think it has less to do with like them being all full of themselves for living in LA and just more to do with the fact that douchebags are just kind of equally distributed amongst the population. And LA is like a big canker sore of population. You know what I
Maybe
mean?
they're a little more tempted towards it.
Maybe, I mean, okay, yeah, like the Hollywood types
Yeah.
and like the studio adjacent people, they can be, but see, that to me, that what Jareth was describing was like arrogant douchey. And that's just pretentious douchey. To me, there's tons of pretension in LA. And if that equals douchiness, then, whatever in your mind. But to me, there's two different, like just somebody being a douche to you on the phone for no reason. Like a pretentious douche won't necessarily do that. Just a dyed-in-the-wool asshole douche will, Yeah, New York and New Jersey both have an aggressive, but see, like, I think that's misapplied too.
Well, it's like, you're just talking about the cities, right? Not the states.
Right. We're talking about New York City, Jersey City, right? Because, like, when I went there, and granted, this was a long time ago, I was a young man when I went there. I don't remember feeling like, oh man, this place is full of assholes. I remember feeling like this place is full of people who have better things to do than worry one fucking thing about me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Everybody, that was really what I got from it. It was like, I got something to do. I got something to be. I'm part of this big hustle and bustle here. And I don't have time for you, or anybody. I'm here to go there. You know what I mean? And that to me is not like, I guess if you impede that, people are going to get aggressive with you because that's how they live. That'd be like you going out to a farmer sitting there leaning up against his bale of hay and telling him he can't do that anymore. You know what I mean? It's like, what? Of course, you impede the way that somebody's supposed to live, given where they are. They're going to get aggressive with you. I don't think that makes New York an overly aggressive place. I just think you have to tune into that when you're in a city and you're spending time in it, and especially if you're going to be traveling around by subway or bus a lot. If you're going to be in a city for a week and you really want to experience that city, you have to get whatever the vibe of that city is and do as the Romans do. And I learned very quickly as a Cowtown, California kid that New York was not a place where you got in people's way. Like, you were given your right of way on the sidewalk, but you don't step out in front of somebody else. You don't try and fucking, jostle your way in front. You move with the flow. You go, 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 go. You let other people do as they will. You don't fuck around with that. But I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that social horse blinder thing where I can observe what I'm looking at, but everything else is just allowed to happen. It's like traffic, yeah. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just romanticizing it because it's one of my favorite memories from as a kid. Maybe it is just filled with assholes or whatever, but that's not real, like the impression that it left with me.
I mean, it didn't really give that to me either.
Yeah. Like what? Like, how did you feel about New York City?
Like, I really only went to the city once as many times.
How old were you?
I want to say like 12, maybe.
So a couple years younger than I was when I went.
Yeah, and like we did the museums and stuff, and fucking.
Did you feel like you were just like
Central Park, and it was just kind of like there were some weird people around Central Park, but like we didn't feel impeded.
Right, you didn't, and like you didn't feel like you were surrounded by like aggressive assholes.
No,
right.
You just get left alone. I mean,
well, because that's what everybody else wants.
People that knew the city too.
Sure.
So they kind of probably put a buffer around a little bit more. But
my dad knew a little something about New York City. It wasn't his first time there. He hadn't been there a bunch of times, but my dad was a very street smart dude. He was not going to get gaffled up, so he didn't take me there lest he knew what he was doing. He did all he did.
He probably guided you to get your pace up and shit, and just you don't walk around New York City like you would just your hometown.
I think he'd been there one time before. He did make some mistakes, but he recognized the mistakes immediately and was able to rectify the mistakes. It's actually kind of cool. I love how seat of the pants that trip was, dude.
Yeah.
It really was. Like two dudes by the seat of their pants in New York City. That's really what it was. We got there at like 3 a.m. and like dumbasses, we drove, we're like, oh yeah, we want to go to Manhattan. Well, Manhattan, especially southern Manhattan, is fucking like deserted at 3 a.m. So we ended up at Battery Park having to piss.
Yeah.
We parked the car somewhere and went into Battery Park in the middle of the night, and the public restrooms were locked. And so we peed in a trash can, and the piss just ran down, like it ran out the bottom of the trash can. So we may as well have just peed right in the middle of the sidewalk. It just made a river. And then we were like, fuck it, let's just go to one of these parking garages. We'll park, we'll kick back, we'll sleep a few hours, and then, when the sun's up, we'll go figure out what we're going to do. Cool. So we went and parked in a parking garage, and we were able to get about an hour and a half of sleep. And then a fucking security guard was like, tink, 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 you can't sleep here. We're like, fuck. So it was like 5 a.m, cock-a-doodle-doo time.
Yeah.
And the city was all, like, it was empty when we went into that place, and now it was just like, we were like, whoa, It was just like fucking had come alive in that hour or two that we slept. And we ended up walking around. We ended up trying to find a hotel on Manhattan, and that proved challenging. The first place that my dad took me to, I've told that story on here before. It was clearly like a no-tell motel, you know what I mean? It was like and he brought me there, and the guy was like, all right, it's like, it's just New York. I guess business is business. Here you go. My dad looked at the room and he was like, thanks. No. Yeah, he didn't know how to tell my dad, like, this is not the kind of place that you're going to want to stay. There's nowhere to park. Yeah. I mean, you get a parking garage and you basically just leave your car there and take public transit. That's what we did. So my dad had a rental car back east that he was using, and we just parked it in that same garage and left it there for the whole 6 days that we were in town, and then paid to get it out at the end, and took subways and taxis and shit. Mostly the subway, honestly. We hoofed it a lot. That was a crazy trip, though. I had a lot of fun. There was never a plan. Every day we just kind of decided, what part of the city you want to go to, what do you want to do next. Was it gross there? Fuck yeah, it was. But I don't know, in a great way. I'm not saying I'd want to run around and lick the streets or anything, but that's part of the charm of that place, is it's grimy and dark. There are places where at high noon, you can stand in the middle of Manhattan and the sun doesn't touch the ground because of the buildings. At high noon. Think about that shit. Just, see, I liked it. I loved it because, you look at how New York is portrayed in some of the seminal New York movies, like Taxi Driver is a great example of gritty, grimy New York. There's something fucking beautiful and attractive about that. We were talking about how much I hated Louisiana, right? Hated living in the area of Louisiana that I did. But then we watched True Detective, and I was like, wow, how they take this dirty place and make it look interesting. And that's how I feel about New York City. It's you got to see the right parts of it. You got to be in the right parts of it, and you got to look through it with the right kind of eyes. You got to see the grit and the grime. And yes, unfortunately, that means the homeless, the people who are on the streets because they're mentally ill, dogs and cats, strays everywhere. Fucking, you got to turn a blind eye to a lot of social ills to walk around fucking New York. That's part of it. It's like that place is. I'm not like advocating for it. I don't think that places like New York are sustainable. But God fucking damn, does that place just radiate power? Being in that place, you will be in awe of humanity. Maybe for your first time. It may be the first time that I felt genuine awe at what human beings had created, standing in Manhattan at high noon and looking up, and it's all shadow. The sun never hits the ground because of what we built there. Just this monument to capital, and it's like I sound like I'm talking negatively about it, but I'm really not. It's a fucking gritty, grimy, beautiful, interesting, intriguing, dangerous fucking place. You know, that either appeals to you or it doesn't. And it really appeals to me. Or at the very least, it appealed to 14, 15-year-old me.
Yeah, we'll have to go again, I guess.
Oh, we'll go. We'll go. New York City, here we come.
Yeah, it wouldn't be that far from there.
Dude, I feel crappy.
Yeah.
Achy.
Yeah. Nauseous or no?
No, not nauseous yet. But just like crappy and achy. Fuck.
Well, that's what they said up front.
Oh yeah. No, it is what it is. The thing that worries me is that everybody says that the second dose of Pfizer is the real one.
Yeah.
So we'll see. If I feel like this or worse tomorrow, then I'll know that I'm in for a real fucking treat in a month. You're getting yours next week. Good for you, dude. Go get it. Don't let me grousing about it.
Yeah.
I would rather feel not that great for a couple of fucking days and be able to leave my house again. So, you know what I mean? It's a small price to pay. But I just know my body. I don't get sick all that often. And so I know what it, and I'm not saying I'm sick. I'm just saying I know what it feels like when your body's going into that mode.
Yeah. Well, it's trying to teach your stuff all the stuff.
Yeah, teach my bot. Teach. Fight the COVID. Fight the weakened COVID.
No, it's not weakened COVID with the RNA. The RNA makes your body make parts of the virus, and then your immune system identifies those parts of the virus. That's how the mRNA ones work.
It makes my body make the virus inside of my body.
Part of it, not the whole thing.
Get it out of me. I'm kidding. No, I didn't know that. Fuck that. Fuck me. Fuck science. Fuck the world.
I mean, it's not that much different than injecting the dead virus. It's just that it just makes a new dead virus. Part of it.
Monkey no understand.
There is a TikTok video that explains it well. I'll find it for you later.
Okay, all right. Fair enough. A TikTok video. Fuck me. Oh man, I'm doomed.
It'll explain it well.
Will I be able to like watch it, or
Yeah.
will it be somebody wearing a fucking Pikachu hat?
No, it'll be just mostly normal.
All right, mostly. Well, they give you COVID to save you from COVID. I know. That I knew going in. I knew that they were going to stick me with the COVID. I just didn't know they were going to. No wonder I feel like shit. My body is like manufacturing COVID virus right now.
Parts of it.
Parts of it. Zombie parts of it.
Yeah.
So that it can then get ill and teach itself to fight it.
Yeah.
Whatever, man. They done rope-a-doped my immune system today. Is what they done did.
It'd be like if something only made arms, and then the arms taught something.
I have a bunch of arms floating around in my fucking body. Oh, that doesn't help. I got a bunch of phantom zombie COVID arms in my body. All the little wiggly things on the outside of the COVID. They're in there now. Ay, no me gusta.
It's like they fit together like puzzle pieces, and whatever that puzzle piece is that lets COVID go into your cell is what it makes, but without the actual COVID attached to that docking mechanism.
It's docking with my cells right now. Guys, stop it in there. That's fucking get a room. It's docking? No wonder I feel like shit. My cells are all in there docking each other. Oh, man.
Are we getting all the actually guys with my explanation?
No. People are saying that's good.
Yeah.
My cells are in there docking, dude. Man, quit fucking around. Cells. Actually, mRNA is nothing like that. No, I haven't seen any of that. But then again, if I did, it would be banned immediately. It's a pretty good explanation. Well, that's good. See? I'm just dumb as fuck. So you really got to take it down to like,
flailing arms and puzzle pieces.
Yeah, like one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish for my ass to get it. Because, you know what I mean? When it comes to that shit.
I mean, to be fair, I took a microbiology class way more recently than you did.
Amend that and just say I took a microbiology class, period.
Oh, you didn't? You never got to that?
Never even would have came close to that ever in my history of ever. Nope. I would avoid like the plague anything called microbiology until I absolutely had to take it, and then it would be the worst. No, I never took a microbiology class. The last time I was really like formally informed about fucking scientific shit to do with the body was high school. Mm-hmm. And it was they called it health class. Yeah. But it was like, anatomy, basic anatomy, sexuality, and blah, 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 blah.
I mean, they made us do anatomy even like in middle school health.
I mean, basic stuff maybe, but I wasn't doing like,
We had to draw hearts and stuff.
Not us.
You didn't get the having to sketch the fucking anatomical drawings and shit?
No, man. No. I didn't get none of that.
I mean, that was the same teacher that also had us do abstinence license plates. So.
All right, so maybe you just had a wackadoo teacher
yeah,
in middle
you're
school.
Gonna learn how to draw these anatomy things that are probably high school level shit, but
no. I had science classes, coming up, and then in high school I took I'm trying to remember what it was called. There's that health class that I'm talking about, and then there was another one, physical science.
Yeah, that's like just the kind of science 101 stuff.
Right, intro to gravity and blah, 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 blah. So there was that. That's it. I've read some like layman's-ified sciencey books and shit, and read some sciencey things, and tried to inform myself a little bit about sciencey things that come up, but
yeah, someone just mentioned it's proteins. Yeah, that's what I meant by like part of it. It's like it's the proteins that are those docking mechanisms. they dock with certain proteins that fit into other certain proteins and shit. So
Yeah. I mean, I just don't like thinking about all that shit having to go on in my body all the time. It's too much busybody shit going on. Why has everybody got to be docking? That's what I want to know. Why can't my cells in my body just work like New York works, where they stay out each other's way? They're not running up and down the street docking each other and shit, you know? I don't know, man. I don't know what to think. Were you being honest when you said you were really grossed out by docking? I mean, no, not really. Amelia has a mind like a steel trap. I forgot most of that. Yeah. No, I know. She does. Thank goodness. Because I've got a mind like a rusty trap that's been buried under the ground since the Civil War. So, you know what I mean? Still dangerous, but probably not going to hurt anybody, you know?
yeah.
Pretty cool if they figured out how to dock. Yeah, well, they did. They're doing it right now, according to science. Oh,
I will pre-find that TikTok video for you.
oh, it's okay. I preferred your explanation. I get it.
Yeah.
You did a good job.
All right.
You got me there.
There's two of them yelling at each other. Got two peacocks on the loose.
What
Potentially wanting to fuck.
What is happening in this neighborhood?
We're getting peacock eggs.
Dude, what did we moved to the wilderness? Run!
Peacocks mating frogs all up and everything.
Fuck, man. Some fucking wild bobcat brought me a half-dead frog the other day because I give her water. Oh, there's hawks, peacocks, and fucking worms, and I've saved 18 caterpillars since I've been here. We're in the wilderness. Ah. No, I'm kidding. I love it.
Maybe I'll take a walk tomorrow and look for them peacocks.
Yeah, I mean, good luck. Who knows
I
what...
don't think they're normally nocturnal.
Dude, I don't know what's going on.
It's two of them, definitely.
Yeah.
Talking to each other.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the fucking Wild Kingdom. I moved in the middle of the Wild Kingdom. Remember, Paul, the raptor attack comes from the side. That's right. One of them will let you see her. She'll stand right in front of you. And that's when...
Oh, so we're saying that we're gonna get ganged up on by three peacocks?
Yep. One of them's going to come and display that beautiful tail, and we're going to be like, ooh, beautiful tail. And then the other two are going to go like... Clever girl. Your odds of getting assassinated by a peacock are not high, but not zero. Yeah, I know. No joke. play any mobile games? Nope. The nature is recognizing you. It senses your Derek Jensen vibes, and peacocks usually roost in small trees. It's rare to hear them at night.
Are we gonna have to do DFF peacocks just because of this?
I guess so.
Satiate our curiosity.
Now I gotta know, man. I must know. Yeah, I'm a druid. My love of nature has radiated out of me, and the vibes have brought all these animals to me. Some cat brought her kittens over here. Peacocks are nesting. The fucking hawks have come to stay. I'm amassing my army.
But yeah, I'm just wondering if they're like courting. Why are they doing it at night when they can't see the feathers?
I don't think they are.
You think they're just they're just?
I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% convinced those are peacocks we're hearing.
Yeah.
Like, I trust chat, but not that much. You know what I mean? Those might. My first thought was these are like water cranes or something.
That would make more sense at night.
Yeah, yeah. But I don't know why they'd be doing it. If it's a peacock. The feathers glow in the dark.
Oh, shit.
You know what would be spooky? It's if like I sat out here and did a late stream, and then all of a sudden like some weird giant like the hills have eyes looking hillbilly walks up behind me and like goes and then like the fucking shit cuts off. I set them off. I set them off. They think there's a fucking third one now. They're gonna come over here now.
No. Like that one.
They didn't bite on that one.
You were trying too hard. That was why.
It's true.
You were more relaxed the first time.
It's true. I wasn't trying as hard. Spitting game to the birds. I probably just like dissed them, and now they're fucking coming for me. Like that fucking whatever I said, and that that fucking set them off. Man, don't come over here and kill me, birds. It's not a peacock. It's a pterodactyl. Shut up. Shut your filthy mouth. A pterodactyl. Could be an African swallow. No, dude, it's not. An African swallow could never carry a coconut, dude. It's a matter of simple physics. A coconut weighs at least 3 times an African swallow. Could be a European swallow. That is true. You make a good point, but then whence the coconut?
All right, let's see. This is a peacock. Well, let's settle this.
Okay.
Not the same.
Nope. We'll try a different one. See if they, because you've heard these are longer
Yeah, so.
calls. So do they do a longer call like that? Okay,
That's a peacock.
that's a fucking peacock.
You're right, the second one that sounded. I wonder if they heard that one.
Man, they're probably all freaked out now. They're like, hey, we didn't know there was a third one in the hood. Now it sounds like there's 5 or 6 of them. I just fucking whatever, man. I don't even know, bro. Sounds like a red-tailed hawk. No. I know it doesn't. Come to me, jungle friends. Dude, maybe I have a superpower and maybe they're coming to me now. And soon I'll learn that I can command all the beasts of the field and the forest and amass an army. Take back the wilds. They're going to run me out of the neighborhood, start leaving ornate daggers stuck into my door with like notes. Like, get out of here, fake peacock. See?
Yeah. Dude, apparently one of the people you can blame for peacocks is Hugh Hefner.
Really?
He brought some peacocks and they did their peacock thing, and then
now they're every
feral
fucking
peacocks.
where. This motherfucker. Goddamn Hugh Hefner. Oh boy. Bird said, Paul, 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 Paul. I know. I hear it. Come to me, jungle friends. Today I learned the chocobo was most likely inspired by peacocks. Yeah, they do kind of sound peacockish, don't they?
Yeah.
What is the chocobo music in Final Fantasy? I'm trying to remember how the chocobo music goes, and all I can think of is the victory theme.
I mean, I can try playing like a couple seconds and see.
Yeah, it won't set it off. You're playing it through your phone.
Chocobo theme.
Yeah, the chocobo theme.
I won't turn it up super loud.
That's not it. We'll go skip ahead a little bit. Okay. Yep. Peacocks like that. Dude, if they were chocobos, they would have came running. I've got some Gashal greens over here. If any chocobos want any.
Dude, that fat chocobo was OP in Final Fantasy VII.
Oh yeah, dude, fat chocobo was dope. Just fall right on people. Yeah. A big lead weight. Do you think Matt Gaetz is getting locked up? Probably not. He's a politician. They so very rarely throw a politician in fucking jail, so probably not, just based on that. He'll probably just like resign in disgrace and we'll never hear about him again or some shit.
We'll probably have to wait a year before we get part 2 of that.
What?
Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, yeah, probably. With a full government pension, though, huh? Hope he does get locked up. Oh, whatever. I hope if he's guilty, he gets locked up. Can't wait till they put Final Fantasy VII R on PC. Yeah. Well, I played it on PS. I played the first one on PS4. It was pretty good. Just found out the IRA is back. Fun times. Did they ever leave, though, laddie? That's the question you have to answer here. Did the IRA ever disappear? Or did it just go underground?
Yeah, I think one of those cursed movies, like some of the actors were threatened by IRA shit going on.
That was that was the one Damien, the little boy.
Yeah.
What's that one called? Why can't I think of the name of the fucking movie? The Omen.
The Omen, yes.
That was The Omen.
The Omen was threatened by the IRA.
Yep. Yep. 2 people almost died in IRA bombings during the filming of The Omen. What do you mean this late? It's not that late.
Not even close.